4 letter to husband. Kim, Jin Mi. I'm Choi Pil Soon. I'm looking at 100 past 90. My husband had already left for the rainbow country. I'm sorry, honey, I acted like I was about to go, but this is why I'm so young in my next life that you don't recognize me. It would be easier to meet next time if we went similarly, but I really didn't know I'd have such a long life. I can't kill myself, and starving to death is also suicide, so I have to wait to die of natural causes, so I'm worried that I'll be able to meet you in my next life. I think I'll bleed to the top of my head when I think you'll be born much earlier in your next life and meet another woman. I don't think you'll find me without meeting any girls. My children don't know about this situation, so they buy me everything that's good for my health. My friends are jealous that I have filial piety. I give them all to my friends, of course, and I can't wait to be there for you, boasting about my child and daughter-in-law. Now that I've lived this long, it's already been almost 20 years since you passed away, and I'm so worried that you'll marry another woman because I'm 20 years younger than you. You didn't meet another old lady in the underworld without having to go to the next life? I'm going to kill you. I'm going to pull out all that old lady's hair. I'll get rid of all the other women around you. Oh, sorry. Honey, I'm excited. I wonder if you left early because you didn't like me. My friends say that their lives have been greatly reduced because of the difficulty of seeing grandchildren, and I have taken care of my grandchildren and 2 grandchildren, but it has not affected my life expectancy at all. That's a strange thing. Honey, what kind of rainbow country is it living with the body and the age you died? Or are you living in the prime of being young and handsome? Anyway, if you meet another woman there, I'll kill you, so be prepared. Grandma, have a serious meal. Hi. Oh, it's my daughter-in-law, my grandchild-in-law. My daughter-in-law is sick in the hospital. No, it's not good for young people to use it for nothing. So my granddaughter-in-law has been cooking my meal for a while. Still, I ate comfortably for my daughter-in-law, but my granddaughter-in-law is uncomfortable. My granddaughter-in-law seems to be busy preparing my meal at home and going to the hospital to take care of her mother-in-law. So how uncomfortable would I be? I raised my grandchild, and I adored him, so he's such a good grandson. Thanks to my grandson, I'm treated like this by my granddaughter-in-law. You should have had that luxury, but I'm not comfortable with all of it. My great-grandchildren are growing up well. I heard that he was working part-time recently, and when he got his first paycheck, he bragged, "I'm going to buy my great-grandmother red underwear." You're jealous, aren't you, old man? I'll be back after eating, so please wait. My granddaughter-in-law baked sea bream for me today. It's a big fresh fish. That's why you liked the sea bream. What do you eat in a rainbow country? Who's going to cook for you? You don't move a finger, do you eat properly? No, isn't that a really weird old lady cooking for you? I'm gonna kill you anyway. You're so handsome, so caring, so heartbroken in my lifetime, but there are so many girls who like you in their youth and old age that I should have had a hard time following them around and cleaning them up. Even the Gizaangs purposely hung around my house to see you, and I moved out because I didn't want to see it, but you didn't know that and complained about why you had to move so often. Now that I'm telling you, a parasitic bitch came for you. She begged me to let her live with you because she was a concubine, and I blew her earlobe and shouted that I would kill her if she came to my house again. I packed my things that night. Honey, you don't know, but she was a woman with humanity. Because she tried to get permission from me as her first wife. Anyway, I had a hard time living with my great husband. I don't know why you went first even though I had to go first if you went this far. Anyway, during Japanese colonial era, I ordered cosmetics from Japan, wore Yangdan, Gongdan, Myeongju, Samosa, and Dongpo, Hansen Rami every day, and I wanted to look pretty, so I had a lot of luxury. I wasted your salary, but you never said anything and accepted everything. Thank you. I grew up hearing that I'm the prettiest in my town, but after getting married to you, I got married to you because you're so handsome that I've never heard that I'm pretty. You never said I was pretty, either. Your mother, of course, your mother. God, your mother used to scold me for being ugly, saying that I had a handsome husband like her son. You don't know, but your mother was so mean to me. No matter how mean your mother is to me, I'm the bitch who stole her beautiful son. Thanks to her, I came here and became more obsessed with luxury. I used to walk around the city wearing silk clothes and makeup. I'm glad you didn't live with your parents because you're the youngest of 9 siblings. I was the youngest daughter-in-law, so I didn't cook, do laundry, do trees, or do fields. Since you studied in Japan, my husband and I moved out of our parents' house and lived in the city. I appreciate that, too. Thanks to your kindness, I was able to dress up and walk around Jongno every day. Is there any new pretty bag today? Are there new high-quality fabrics today? It's funny, but Western handbags don't go well with Yangdan, Gongdan, Myeongju hanbok, but I'm still wearing hanbok. I didn't dress up. It wasn't a new woman. But whether I wear hanbok, dress up, or waste your salary, you didn't react much. That was disappointing, too. You always looked at me without saying a word and just smiled. I miss those days, though. I should go to bed now. See you tomorrow. Honey, I'm going to talk about after Korea's liberation. After liberation, you came out of work. Anyway, you worked for the Governor General, so we were treated like traitors. You had a hard time because there was no way to live on a meal right now. I didn't mean for you to do anything, but you were a civil servant. I used to sell my expensive hanboks and belongings and use them to feed my babies, and I didn't want you snooping around construction sites, so I carried my little one and washed the dishes at the restaurant. You're sorry, you're writing at home taking care of your eldest child, but I didn't want you to just work. But I'm good at cooking, so my salary has increased and our situation has improved. Still, you write at home, and I was happy. For a while, the Korean War broke out soon, so we took our 2 children to Busan with us. Sigh, I'm sighed from the old days. There was no time to step on the refugees from all over the country in Busan. We barely got a paper house in Daldong, so the 4 of us lived together, and you were sad that you couldn't bring all the manuscripts when you were evacuating. I was sad, too. There was only one well in the neighborhood, but it was down there, so I carried water from the well to my house every day. And then I went to the market and worked in a restaurant. You taught the kids and sent them to school. Come to think of it, you were in charge of all of Sun's education. Like you, my kids went to Busan Middle School and Busan High School. Both of them went to Seoul National University. They took the exam on their own. The eldest one became a judge and the small one was a prosecutor. Since then, I stopped working at a restaurant. They're listening to grandfather. You must be tired early today. See you tomorrow. Honey, my great-grandchild is coming to see me tomorrow while my granddaughter-in-law is cooking for me today. He got his first salary. Looks like he's really going to buy some red underwear. Come to think of it, you bought a red sweater the day your first manuscript was published. I complained about how I could wear something red like this, but I was very happy. I still have that outfit. It's all worn out, but I'm going to wear it when I enter the coffin later. Honey, the underwear my great-grandchild bought, how funny it is he giving it to me to wear? He doesn't even know my size. Tisk, tisk. I'm not sure if he was joking. I'm wearing it now anyway. He picked me up to wear something as small as the palm of my hand. I've lived a long life, and I'll wear this when I go into the coffin. I wanted to show you. You need to see how my underwear is these days. It's getting pretty cold. Old man, it's snowing. Mother, since when has she been like that? Minseok didn't know if he didn't go into the room to give my mom underwear. Honey, I've been in the hospital because I'm sick. My daughter-in-law kept taking care of your mother. Then why didn't you go in and say hello to your mother? I was with you at the hospital, and when I got home, my mother came out first and greeted me, so I didn't know. I washed up at home and took my clothes. Min-suk's mom, how long has grandma been like that? Well, she's in her room, and I didn't know what she was doing in the bedroom. She came out when she was ordinary. She didn't show anything special. You've never looked into a room before. Yes, I'm sorry. Father. I'm going to take your mother to a nursing home. I can't afford to take your mother either. I'm a patient, too. You can't do that. My mother is not going to cause any trouble, I'm going to serve her at home. Taking mother to the hospital hurts both the sight of others and my face. I'm sorry, but I have to babysit my mother at home. You're alone in the hospital. Okay, you're going easy on your mother. By the way, what should I do with the graffiti on the floor? Don't we have to wipe it all? I don't even know what she's writing, your mother is writing over and over again. I think I need to change the floor mat. And your mother has a lot of good clothes. Why does she insist on wearing a red sweater? She doesn't want to change. She wore the underwear that Minzo gave her. Your mother, does she like the color red?